All right. Hello, hello. So, time to play part two. So, interesting that it doesn't have an image for my Let's Play, but for the test world it does, considering I haven't touched that world in a while. I don't know how it decides what to do and what not to. Should have probably loaded the world ahead of time, but that's my mistake. Not surprising. This wasn't really a problem with playing the previous mod pack because that one was on 1.12.2 and the load times were considerably faster back then. Alrighty, here we go. So I didn't end up changing anything. I said like I might, but I didn't, so that's all. Grabbing out a... Want to do more... Want to fill out more of the surrounding because I didn't. Connected textures on. Yes, that is the correct. Whoops. Might as well take advantage of it. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, okay. Got some cobblestone too, so I can select this. I don't... I get that it's smoother, but I personally... weird to me, the smoothness with shifting. Because, like, I'm just not used to that. Um... Ugh, that doesn't go there. Oh, and I didn't get it back. Fun. Mm-mm. Oh well. Okay. There we go. Probably shouldn't have done that, but oh well. Um, Let me just undo that. Back to normal. Alright, so we start this stream off with already having EMC automated, so technically we can move to this chapter now. However, I would like to finish. Well, firstly, I would like. Well, we don't need the sequential fabricator um, yet, but I would like an induction smelter because I have a multi-servo press or it's a furnace, a pulverizer. I forgot about that. I need to make myself some press dies to use. So we'll need some gold. Um, 6 is plenty, and we'll pulverize it. So we'll turn on the auto sending. Are there any secondary outputs when pulverizing? Didn't even notice. Didn't even check. Oh, a nugget of experience. Interesting. I'll look at this real quick, but pulverizer has a chance at copper. Okay. And so the cool thing is that, oh, the induction smelter has a 50% chance. And you can use sand as an optional catalyst. Interesting. So they added slag and blaze powder and cinnabar. So previously, I've in older versions of this mod, the induction smelter, to my knowledge, only used sand for smelting things. So that's pretty interesting to me. Let me see. Can I use gold dust in an induction smelter? It just gives us a 1. Okay. And the chance of getting a gold dust sits at around. So the additional chance of a gold dust is 25%. However, if we chose to use the induction smelter directly, we actually get a 50% chance to get more gold. So this is technically more efficient at getting that. But let me look into the crushed gold ore because I'm curious. So the crushed gold ore, that's just a 1-to-1. Ah, here we go. Interesting. So if you use the crusher, you get 2 dirty gold dust, enrich it into a normal gold dust, or you could use a pulverizer, which has a chance of giving you some more gold dust, at which point you could then smelt it. Yeah, the okay. So yeah, you would smelt it. So the path is, I guess, pulverize it to get a chance at getting more instead of you can also do an enrichment chamber to get an extra 25%. Okay, but that's not that great considering you could also um this is a 1-to-1, so we could use the pulverizer to get 1.2. So 2 times, so we're looking at 2.4. And then using raw gold, it's just a 1. So not really more efficient in this sense. But we do have chances at nuggets of experience, which is cool. Um, so we could get XP and stuff. But aside from that, I mean, it's a 2.4. It 2.4 times our ore, which is nothing to ignore. I'm not too concerned, but yeah, let's get this induction smelter. So I'll need Invar gears, so I might as well make the press dies. So I'll need the gold that I was just making. So let's waste that on the gold rod. And making a gold gear. Now, I believe I need to make gold plates. So I need to compact them, don't I? Yes, I need Invar plates. And Invar is iron and nickel. Which, if I had the pulverizer or the induction smelter, I could just use the ingots I already have for, which would be nice. But I don't. I would like to put some 2x upgrades in there because these aren't honestly that expensive. I think I'd crafted one. I don't know where I put it on that note. In the redstone furnace, yes. I would like to do that for the pulverizer as well. And that'll be the 8. So that works out perfectly. Okay. So let's make 8 plates, and then we can get the presses. I'll need to make more. What do I need for the... Oh, we need a blast furnace. Okay. Gross that we need smooth stone. We need some more iron. I have a furnace already. What does it expect smooth stone? Stone smelted again. Okay. Luckily, that's not too bad, since it's only 3. There we go. We can make our our 2 dyes. There we go. So that should make it much more efficient to make dyes in the future. And these are for the personal machines. Let's make a blast furnace. Okay, so we've got the blast furnace. We have these left over, the machine frames. Tin. Do I have 4 tin? I do. And I have 4 iron, so I can also make that right away. I'm actually inclined to make the handheld version of this right about now, actually. So I'll mark that just to remind myself. Because this simply requires... Oh, that's not expensive to make. This is simply 4 Invar plates, so. But again, induction smelter first, so we need some sand. Let's pulverize some gravel. That'll give us a bunch of sand. Can I filter insert? Yes. So look at that, our EMC already doubled while we've been making our induction smelter, so I'm glad I pushed for that first. We need 2 Envar gears, so that's going to be a bunch of iron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll need Envar. Might as well do 12. And then for nickel, might as well it'll be 6. We'll leave it at that for now, because I need more. Also, I can just take the augment and put it in here while I'm using this for now. Could have just done that earlier, but oh well. How's it looking in here? Yep. Let's turn this off for a bit. Let it clog, because this is going to overwhelm the system. I'm pretty sure it would have been smarter to do, timing-wise, to do the Well, not timing. Splitting it off and then putting a pipe there would have been better because I could stack limit it. But we'll just manually limit it every once in a while. No biggie. I don't think you can put multiple of these in. That would be cheating. Or it feels like that would be cheating, at least. Oh, we managed to get a good amount extra. More than I intended. Let me check for Invar. We use the induction smelter. What are we allowed to do? So the dusts, the ingots, are we allowed to use their raw forms? No. Okay. But we can use their ingots, which is nice. That I appreciate. So if I pulverize and make into ingot form, let's steal the upgrade out of here. I know I'm losing out on some power, but also we have a lot of excess, so I'm not too concerned. Yeah. So we'll need 8 for the first thing, which will be the press. And then we can make the induction smelter. 4 plates for upgrading this to a handheld version. Is there something else to make? Infinite steak? And infinite fuel. I didn't know about this. Huh. How does this work? I'm gonna... so it's 128 EMC. So this would be more... We'll see, here's the only problem, though. While that is technically cheaper... Like, it's more compact because I could slap one into the slot of each of our Stirling dynamos. It's more expensive because I have to make these to craft. Well, I know, we'll see. We'll craft one, or we'll craft 2 of them, and then we'll see what happens. Because I do want, the steak is a quest, so. Let's go make ourselves an induction smelter. Look at that. So that chapter's been completed. It's 16 sand. And there we go. We have completed this chapter. So now we can move on to this chapter, officially. On that note, actually, let me mark that we're ready to go into tier 2. So now that we're actually in here, I'll start looking at some of the things to make. Definitely the infinite EMC. How much are we losing? Oh, we're losing 50,000 RF whenever I do that. Maybe it's not so smart. I fancied myself an intelligent individual, but did not do the math. So, okay. Let's craft one of the handheld versions. So the reason I want to do this one is it's essentially the same thing down here, but we can carry it around with us. So if I'm over here, I don't need to go and pick it up. So this one will be for our actual usage. How about making this one from scratch? So that's iron sheets. That's not... Thought I was going to ask for... So this should always be here. We'll put this right here. So let's get some iron. So this is the cool thing, because I know exactly where I want it. I want the plates. They'll just make me a bunch of iron plates. And that's kind of what's going to head, like, that's where we're going to head towards in the future, where it'll auto craft all these plates and stuff, and even more so in the future, we would actually be using, are you not allowed to use, really? Tin plates, okay, interesting. So there is the metal press, but I am more attuned towards the multi-servo press. This did an auto output. Ah, because this doesn't have an input. Oh, well. Fine and dandy. But now we can actually smelt things. Signalum's not too bad. But I don't think we can make it. I don't think we have silver yet unlocked. If I look up... Oh, we do have silver unlocked, so we can make signalum. So if we wanted... Oh, well, this. We can't make this just yet. That's not too bad. Honestly, this isn't too bad, but what do we have to do to make it into its actual form? Oh, you just press it as usual. Yeah. So this unlocks flux, which is pretty cool. Oh, that's really cool. A transmutation interface for applied energistics or... Oh, that's really cool. Okay. Interesting, interesting. And this isn't too bad to make. I mean, we're already producing these. This is not too difficult to make. This is now it's an induction smelter going directly into a multi-servo press. Oh, well, we do need to also okay, maybe it's not that easy. But do we have to, for the induction smelter, do we have to use something to combine them? No, it seems like we don't have to. For doing the raw ore, but for alloying things together, like the ingots, it doesn't, okay, so we don't have to use anything. So yes, it would just be so we would have 2 redstone furnaces to smelt. Oh, okay, let me make, I'm talking myself to death. Let me make another transmutation tablet to then make another transmutation tablet, and then I actually need wheat. Not interested in the infinite fuel bit just yet, but is building up quite a bit of excess. So I'll have to set up some farming. Okay. Let's just make a little... Well, this will actually be one of our farm plots, so I might as well just place this here anyways. I'll move the bed later. But can I shift to grow them? No? Oh well. So we'll sleep right here. We can get towards automating that anyways. But we do need steel, which is a bit of an issue. What are your dependencies? Continued thermal automation and coke oven and coal coke. Oh, through here. Okay. So you have to go through this route. Alright. Fine and dandy. I would actually like to get to mechanism, because while pretty pipes and power is good, this, I personally like mechanism's system. Although I will have to check as like stack filters, because if it doesn't, I might honestly stick with the pretty pipes, which is weird to think because I don't know. Let me check. Basic logistical transporter. It is lowest tier. The transport items, connect them with pipes. To activate the transport process, activate the auto eject, configure the socket of the pipe with a configurator to the pull setting. See push and pull, place a logistical sorter between the machine and the pipe system and activate the auto function. Push and pull, crouch and right click with the configurator on the endpoints of the transport pipe to change between push, pull, and neutral states. When neutral, items in both ends will be ignored. When set to push, items will be directed into the target. When set to pull, items will be extracted from the target. Only pull is required. Items will automatically output into any neutral state ends. Be aware that when outputting from multiple sources, all must be set to pull or items will flow into nearest neutral output. Okay, and what about the logistical sorter? It has an adjustable filter function. It can be used for all storage blocks. Will have no auto eject function to move items from the inventory into a machine or pipe system. Filters, you can filter the material. In the middle, the player can configure filters for all kinds of items. If single is enabled, the machine extracts only one unit of item with every machine operation. Otherwise, it extracts whole stacks. Let me see. Hmm. Bit interesting. Hmm. Hmm. Filters, item filter. There are 4 different ones. Item stack tags, material mod ID. Size mode forces it to send a precise amount of items. Upper right, allow default. There are color tags. Hmm. Interesting. So, weirdly enough, Pretty Pipes is kind of nicer in the sense that you can limit it. I don't know. Hmm. Hmm. What is QIO? Because I'm seeing that for inventory. So it looks like this is mechanisms sort of way of doing items. The only problem is to even get started with that, you need an ultimate control. I mean, lead is fine, but you need a polonium pellet, which is a fluoride dust with polonium. That's not fun. No, no, no. That is not fun at all. Okay. Well, let's see. How um is there applied energistics AE2? No. So there is refined storage, but how difficult is this to make? Oh, that's a creative controller. A normal controller, an improved mechanical essence, okay. Give me a second. Um, Interesting that you can color them. I mean, that's okay, that's cool. But an advanced processor is a raw advance, so you got to make all of these. Slime balls, which you can do with dough and lime dye. You have Slitake spores. I don't know. I mean, yeah, obviously we would use a phytogen insulator. On that note, they require aluminum. We have silver, we have tin. The only problem, of course, is glowstone. But glowstone is EMCable, so we will unlock it, just not yet. It's probably going to be like in here. Yeah, look at that. So, basic mechanism. So let's just be okay for now. Let's get started with um what do I want to do first? I feel like lava is going to be something important to make, so let's do that for now. Actually, wait a minute. What does it cost power-wise to make? Okay, so netherrack costs 1500 RF to make half a bucket. So it's 3000 RF to make a bucket, at which point it is going to produce that much. So that is net positive in terms of power production. That's not bad, actually, and technically much more EMC efficient. However, much more expensive, and I'm always one for being cheap. So made the induction smelter. What are we doing in terms of food? I forget that I don't need to like wait. I literally could just do that. So, trying to think. We have basic EMC production, but it's not crazy. I want to get started with create, but so I'm pretty set on this being our power platform for generating RF at least. In terms of power sources, I don't think I'm going to do this because it's not going to produce nearly as much RF as my current method. And also, yeah. So I think I will set up one more platform for power, which will probably just be next to this one, which will create power. So let's do that. Yes, do not connect. Thank you. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Of course. I have to look into a building wand here soon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I could have split them such that forgot that it's 9 by 9, so I'm gonna need some more. I could have had the power generation on this side, but I have a feeling I'm gonna have a lot more mixed builds per se, where rotational energy will also be needed to be pulled out of there. So, why did I? Okay, I literally made this for the express purpose of using it. So, let me actually use it. And there we go. So we can start up our create power generation over here. Cool thing about this is that we can ramp this up simply by putting upgrades in it, and that will speed up the production rate immensely. I'll let this go through now. Let me see, are there upgrades for the sequential crafter? No. Okay. Is there a way, I'm curious, is there a way to revert this? No. So there's no way to really revert this crystal back into... Yeah, so you have to produce the base form of the crystal before pressing it to use for crafting machines, because you have to use this to craft the next tier of the EMC link. Oh, we have click machines. That's cool. Nice. Click machines were also in compact claustrophobia, so I have a bit of experience with them. They're pretty cool. Yeah. Let me finish up real quick with There we go, we got enough wheat. So let's see what happens if I make a infinite food source. Does it use it up? Yes, it does, in fact. Okay. But it's renewable food, which is nice. So, don't have to use all this bread anymore. But I will leave this because I have a feeling we'll have some usage for wheat. With some recipes, there's industrial foregoing. Uh, uh, um... Oh, wait, yeah, because there's wheat flour, and then dough, and then slime balls. Although, personally, this might be a better method of making slime balls. Because you could slap this in the photogenic insulator, so we could get to that later. Either way, so right now, our next goal is to get into Create, but I do want to make the Magma Crucible beforehand, just to have lava, because Create has some cool stuff for batch smelting and such. This isn't too bad. 2 nether bricks. Another brick is... Yeah, so let's grab 4, 8... Yep. We need 2 Invar gears, which we happen to still have. I was probably going to use them from something else, but oh well. Probably for upgrades. Too bad, too sad. I couldn't remember to make them. Oh well. Is there proximity chat? Oh, no, that's just the muffler. Okay. I was going to say, I would have been caught off guard. Didn't expect there to be in proximity chat in this. Let's get this smelting, and then let's pulverize. I mean, that's not too bad. I can just pulverize it all. And then auto push it out. Indeed, indeed. So we'll have ourselves a magma crucible here in a second. Oh, do I have any more? I have 1 more. So, with the magma crucible, I don't know why you would need infinite dye as of now. I have no idea. Yeah. Okay. So you will need large quantities of andesite. You can initially get andesite with cobblestone and high covalence dust or quartz, but once you get a mechanical mixer, you can get andesite from gravel, flint, and lava. Well, I prefer not to use the high covalence dust, although I think it's not that big of a deal. About quartz. I don't even know if we have quartz. Yeah, so like we're required to use the high covalence dust, which I mean that's not that bad. So the first way you make it is with cobblestone. And high covalence dust. Really? So get that much andesite. 30 andesite, that's not a lot. And I can tell because it's gonna get pretty bad. Iron nuggets. which once we have some, it becomes more efficient to make, but literally twice as efficient immediately. Now, a zinc ingot. We have raw zinc, but that's expensive compared to using iron nuggets, so I'm not inclined to use it. I don't know why this stopped. Oh, because this was iron dust. Duh. Let's make a tin gear. And let's make ourselves the magma crucible. Oh, I don't have it selected. Well, luckily I remember most of it. There we go. So we have magma crucible, so we can generate lava if we need to. Quite cheaply at that, too. Okay. Alrighty. And this will give us a bunch to get started with, which is nice. I'm going to take this kelp and learn it. I'm not going to risk that. Let's wear the engineer's goggles. These are cool because they tell you a bunch of details. A lot. So, curious if I look... No? Okay. A bunch of iron. A bunch of iron. I'm gonna take about a 10-minute break real quick, and then I'll be back. I'll just pause the game, so. Alright, I'll be back.
Sorry, so I was intending on coming back and continuing to play, but turns out my headache has flared up, so I'm just gonna call it there for today. So thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll feel better tomorrow. So